Coming up on football tonight, can Central keep on winning and move to 4-0 on the season, hosting William Chrisman tonight? Plus a top 5 showdown in Class 3, the Spoof Hounds hosting St. Pius up at the Hound Pound. And a top 10 275 conference matchup in 8-man football, Platte Valley visiting Nottoway Valley in the battle for the Valley. All of this and much more coming up on football tonight.
A lot of them is their last football game, and I can't imagine a better way to go out.
It's just kind of second nature to us that we're never going to give up on each other. We always know someone's going to have our back and we're going to make a play.
There's a whole lot less nerves, at least for me, and you can see it on the players. They had confidence going into this game.
Welcome into football tonight. Week 4, Chris Roush, Brett Kennedy with you again this week. Happy to have you with us all again, and here we go.
And we've got a lot of games to get to tonight, including some top 5 conference showdowns, top 10 matchups in 8-man football, but we need to start right here in town.
Especially when Central is trying to do something that hasn't been done at Central in almost 40 years. Here we go to the highlights. Central back at Noyes Field tonight, hosting William Chrisman. Second quarter, 17-6 Central. Caleb Aguilar to Caden Montemeyer. Touchdown Central. 24-16 Central with the point after. Later in the quarter, going back to the offense and the rushing attack. Gabe Fields, the junior, goes untouched, in for 6. 31-6 Central at this point in the second quarter. Central offense doing work, and the defense also doing their part too. Macario Barr with the INT. Central having their way tonight. Central playing well on their home field, and the offense not done in the second quarter. Coach Trotter loving what he's seeing. And Fields taking the pitch to the outside, has some running room, gets some blockers from his wide receiver. Stiff arms one guy, gets another block, taken down inside the 10-yard line. And then they cap off the drive. Aguilar to Dalton Penland, touchdown. 38-6 at the half. Central rolls to 4-0, winning 52-20.
Let's go down to Sparks Field. The Benton Cardinals trying to bounce back from last Friday's loss to Lafayette, taking on Lincoln Prep. We picked this one up in the second half. Cardinals down 13-7. Jackson Rich deep to Trey Nowak. He goes up, bobbles it, and somehow it lands right in his lap. Catch of the year candidate. Let's see it again in slow motion. What concentration from the senior wideout. Corey Bertini's team would soon have to punt, though, back to Lincoln Prep. But the Cardinals defense then came to the party. Benton's Caden Lee gets through for the big-time sack on Blue Tigers quarterback Tyler Jackson. They'd soon turn the ball over on downs. And stop me if you heard this one before. Jackson Rich to Trey Nowak. Once again coming down with it. Another fantastic catch for the first down. More fireworks coming for the Benton Cardinals through the air. Rich this time going deep down the other sideline. This one going to DeAndre Howard for the 34-yard touchdown. Benton pulls within 13-12 after a missed 2-point try, but then Lincoln Prep marched right down the field in the fourth quarter, and Aaron Smith with the short rushing score. Lincoln Prep holds on to win 23-20 in overtime to drop Benton to now 1-3 on the season.
It's Northside night for the Fighting Irish. Sophomore Jamison Burns shooting off the cannon, and Burns waiting to be added to a heart transplant list because of a heart defect. Having fun before the game tonight. Good to see. First drive of the game, Savannah moving the ball. Jackson Seegers on the end around, gets into the end zone for 6. Savannah strikes first, 6-0 early in the first quarter. Move ahead in the quarter. Savannah driving again. Coach Doherty trying to get his Irish defense to come up big, and they get it. Aiden, don't call me Bart. Hardy leaping up for the INT. Savannah, though, forcing 2 safeties in the first few minutes of this one. And then the sophomore quarterback for the Savages. Aiden connected offer, keeps it, gets into the end zone. The Savannah's night Savages win 50-0, improving to 3-1 on the season.
Class 3, number 5, Maryville hosting Class 3, number 2, St. Pius tonight at the Hound Pound. Early first quarter, Spoofhounds down 7-0. Derek Quinlan drops back, finds Delton Davis over the middle for a first down. A few plays later, this time Quinlan scrambling to his right, and he finds Zarbano Cole for another first down deep in Warriors territory. 2 plays later, Quinlan finishes off the drive. The feed to Boston Hageman for the touchdown. Hageman there. Warriors trying to answer as Hudson Bailey connects with Tommy Hutzler with an amazing diving catch, setting up this diving catch from Hutzler a few plays later. Warriors up 14-6 now. Spoofhounds prepared to answer. Quinlan going to the air again. He launches a rainbow to Boston Hageman, again drugged down from behind. Same drive, second. Quinlan airing it out. Great catch by Delton Davis. Randy Moss would be proud of that one. And when you make a catch like that, coach rewards you as Davis on the left, sweeping it into the end zone in that one. Maryville hangs on to win a high-scoring game, 46-42.
Don't go anywhere because there's a lot more to get to here on football tonight, including an 8-man football. Number 2, Platte Valley, visiting number 6, Nottoway Valley in the Battle of the Valley.
And Class number 2's second-ranked team, the East Buchanan Bulldogs, hosting Lathrop tonight. Highlights coming up on Football Tonight.
Hey, this is Lance Peters from Central High School, and you're watching Football Tonight.
Hi, I'm Narciso. I play the high school football show tonight. My sister, I played high school football show tonight.
The East Buchanan Bulldogs off to a 3-0 start, and the second-ranked team in Class 2 starting off KCI play with a win against North Platte, who was then ranked number 3 in Class 1.
Tonight, the Bulldogs trying to keep that winning streak going, winning ways going there, this time in Gower. It's a KCI showdown. The Bulldogs hosting Lathrop this evening. Shortly in the first quarter, we will start. Bulldogs knocking on the door. Trevor Klein, the stud running back, busting into the end zone, trying to get his team on the board. Extra point was good. 7-0 Bulldogs. Lathrop cheer team trying to get the away team fired up. Mules punt after coming up dry. East Buck marches right down. Kevin Klein there marches in. He'll have another, sir. Bulldogs loving the 14-0 lead in the first on nice Friday evening. Tonight, fast forward, Lathrop down 28. Keaton Coots loses the ball on the carry, and the Bulldog, Trevor Klein, says, "I will take that, sir." Turnover Mules. Trevor Klein does it all. Not long after, who else but Klein? Another touchdown. East Buck up 35-0, and the Bulldogs get on to win 63-24. Lathrop hosts Mid-Buchanan next week, and speaking of which, the Mid-Buchanan Dragons coming off a win against West Platte, trying to go 2-0 in conference play, hosting Lawson tonight. First quarter, Dragons quarterback Rafe Smith rolls out, fires over the middle, but it's a tip drill, and Lawson's Elijah DeFries picks it off for the Cardinals, but Lawson could not do anything with it, and the Big Buck defense soon clamped down and forced a turnover on downs. Dragons head coach Aaron Fritz trying to look for his team to pounce and take advantage to strike first in this game. He'd like this, punts over John Godley's head. He's forced to run for it, but Mid-Bucks Ian Wagenka tackles him short of the marker. Turnover on downs. Fritz rewards the junior running back. On offense, Wagenka up the middle. It's 7-0 Mid-Buck early second quarter. Caleb Crawford and Lawson trying to look for their first win this year. His son Brogan Crawford is Lawson's starting quarterback. Tip drill over the middle, though. It's picked up by Porter Pearson for the Dragons. One last chance to score before halftime. With 0.2 seconds left on the clock, Rafe Smith finds who else but Ian Wagenka over the middle, and look at this, he's running away from everybody and scores right as the first half comes to a close. Are you kidding me? That play would be huge because Mid-Buchanan would hang on to win 14-7 to get to 3-1 on the season.
All right, West Platte in non-conference play hosting University Academy tonight. West Platte winning 25-22 to get the victory in non-conference play. In Grand River Conference play, Gallatin visiting Polo. The Panthers winning 33-18, while Trenton trying to go 4-0 on the season, and they do so beating Putnam County 49-16.
Other Grand River Conference games, Maysville out of visiting South Harrison. Tonight, Wolverines get the win 46-22, while Milan taking on Harrisburg, and they get the win 45-44. Close game there. Still ahead on football tonight, we go across the river. The Troy Trojans home again tonight, taking on Valley Heights.
And in an 8-man football battle, number 2 Platte Valley visiting number 6 Nottoway Valley in the Battle of the Valley. Next on football tonight.
I'm Phineas Sullivan.
I'm Jake Winklebauer.
I'm Carson Staggs.
I'm Trey Ike, Ward Bishop of Vaughn, and you're watching football tonight.
Hi, I'm Deontay Howard from Baden High School, and you're watching football tonight.
Welcome back to Football Tonight. Brett Kennedy, Chris Roush. We're still about 15 minutes away from the end of the show, but we have plenty of highlights left to show you.
And it's time for a top 10 showdown between two 3-0 eight-man football programs.
Woohoo.
Let's go up to Graham. Platte Valley visiting Ottawa Valley. Second half, Platte Valley up 24-6, looking to add to their lead. The handoff to Mason Castor, who breaks a couple of tackles for being wrestled down finally by the Thunder. A couple plays later, Kastner again gets the handoff, this time just falling right behind his blockers for a nice gain. Platte Valley, just keep moving those chains, just keep going down the field and marching. Leading the drive, Aiden Blackford with a little misdirection, finds Brandon McQueen all alone and dashes into the end zone. Coach Sokit enjoying this one. Platte Valley looking good so far in this one, but here come the Thunder. The Thunder rolls. Michael Cook finds Ty Hoyt on the outside for a big gain. He spins out of a would-be tackle before finally going down. A couple plays later, Cook takes this one in on his own as he wins the race to the corner of the end zone, but Platte Valley wins this one 40-26 tonight. Another 275 games, East Atchison hosting Mound City. The Panthers picking up their first win of the year, 14-12, while the South Holt Knights moving to 4-0 with a 77-0 win.
Goodness, in a non-conference game, Plattsburgh moves to 4-0 with a win against Slate, 81-14. Thursday night, while Bishop LeBlond was on a bye week this evening. Over at St. Joseph Christian tonight, the Lions hosting North Andrew in this one. Tied game late in the first quarter. Levi Miller in the shotgun. Quick pass to Shaden Morris, but he is stopped just shy of the end zone. Cardinals take over on down. Second quarter, Lions in possession. Miller again, shotgun. Looks for a screen, but it's tipped, and Miller brings it down for the interception. Avery Miller does. Cardinals unable to take advantage of the turnover. Lions back in possession. Miller passes out to Cy Carlson. He's got great blocking. Wide open sideline. Gets crowded though, and he finally gets brought down. That would lead to this. Miller back. Quick pass to Vale Freuchting. No one to beat. Lions get the score to take the lead 14-8. Close it in on the end of the first half. Lions hoping to extend their lead. Miller dishes out to Carlson, another screen. That sideline there, the defenders miss, and he's finally brought down with a big hit. Less than a minute to go. Carlson back in the shotgun. Pass to Peyton Simmons, gets back in the backfield though, brings him down for a loss. Cardinals would make another big stop and go on to get the win by 4 points tonight, 38-34.
In Albany, 6th-ranked Warriors hosting number 3 Worth County tonight. Out there in Albany, the Warriors trying to knock off the number 3 team in 8-man football. Tigers' Tyler New in the passing attack, getting to work in this one, going to the air, makes this a 16-6 game. Later in the second quarter, New again going to the air. Tigers up 30-6 in the second, going to win this one by a final score of 66-12. Another GRC games tonight, Princeton beating King City 42-14, while Stanberry beating Pattonsburg 66-30. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the play of the week later on. We'll tell you who this week's winner is. You don't want to miss it.
And coming up next, we go across the river. The Troy Trojans home again tonight, taking on Valley Heights, as we mentioned earlier in the show.
We're Vale, Judson, Jared from St. Joseph Christian, and you're watching Football Tonight.
This is Brock Williamson from Central High School, and you're watching Football Tonight.
Welcome back to Football Tonight. We need to start wrapping things up a bit, but before we do, it's time to check out our friends across the river in Kansas.
Indeed, and the Troy Trojans trying to grab another home win tonight, but it's not going to be easy. Out to Troy we go. Trojans taking on Valley Heights this evening. Bo throws the touchdown to Etherton for the 2-point conversion there. Trojans get the ball again, and Bo throws to Judd on this one. But he is stopped by Carson Spoons. Pressure by the Mustangs here, and then Bo, he throws to Judd, but it is incomplete. Mustangs later on coming with the heat. Running the ball with the big gain there for the Trojans. And then later on, Carson Spoons loses and fumbles the ball on this one, and he recovers it for a Mustangs touchdown. And then the icing on the cake went to Logan Gray for an easy run up the middle for the touchdown. 52-16, Valley Heights all over Troy on the road. Another Kansas scores tonight. Donovan West at home tonight. The Mustangs losing 52-6, while Mar Hill on the road. They don't get past McLouth, losing 52-12. And the Atchison Phoenix home tonight, winning big 77-7 over J.C. Harmon.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have the play of the week later on. We'll tell you who this week's winner is.
This is Johnny Wolf from Central High School, and you're watching Football Tonight.